Have you ever felt rushed into buying a property and later on you started wondering, wait, was I really manipulated into this or I really wanted to buy? Now, I've spent the last 15 years in real estate. 10 of these as a buyer just like yourself, but 5 of the last 10 years I've been a real estate agent. And along the way, I noticed something that makes me very uncomfortable. Some of the best performing real estate agents aren't just selling property. They're using some deck psychology tricks to push you to buy. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 of the most common tricks so that next time you're buying a property, you don't fall for them. And the first one, this is something that you most likely already fell for it without realizing. Always, as humans, we like to copy what other people are doing, especially when we are very unsure. Now, this helps us survive. It's ingrained in our DNA. If everyone is running, you too, you'll start running away. Whatever you are running from, no, whatever other things other people are running from, you don't want it getting to you. Now, here's how real estate agents are using this in real estate. Let's say we go for a site visit, and suddenly there are 3 buses of potential clients who have come to the site. And most of them, you find them booking the properties. If it's plot, they are booking plots left, right, and center. Then you hear people saying, nimechukua plots mbili. And in your head, something clicks. All these people who are buying, all these people who are picking properties, they can't be wrong. But here it's where it gets really tricky. Not everyone there who came with you in that bus is a buyer. Some are staff from this company disguised as buyers. Some of them are friends of the owners of the company and some of the partners within the company. And some are even friends to the staff who are selling properties. They are just there to create pressure and to make you buy. And I know this because I do videography in real estate, and some of the events that I've done, I've seen this in real time. I personally have seen testimonials being staged on the ground, not just exaggerated, but actually being staged. Someone says they purchased a property, or they say I've purchased in phase 1 or in the first development, but in real sense, even that development doesn't exist, that phase doesn't exist. Even real buyers who have actually bought property, their testimonials are often scripted. They are told the questions in advance, what to say and how to say that. Even when traveling, some of the excitement you get by people when going to the site, they are usually coordinated because they know once you see people buying, you'll stop thinking and you start following what other people are doing. And that is what is called social proof. But even if you manage to resist that, the next thing that is done will most likely get you. Have you ever heard of this before? Only 3 properties remaining, or the price is going up next week, or this is the last chance before either we close this phase and it's gone forever. And this is why this works to make you buy. Your brain hates missing out. This is called a form of fear of missing out. And here's the part that no one tells you. When a lot of scarcity is created, sometimes it could be price. Like buy this for 2.5 million today, because from next month it goes up to 3 million. But somehow you find that price never really changes. It's 2.5 million today and it's still 2.5 million way later. And sometimes what agents do, they do it as quantity. Only let's say 10 plots left. But a month later, still the 10 plots are still available. And you'll even hear the people saying 65% of this project has already been sold out. But then, if you think about it, if it's true that they've sold 65% of that project, why are they pushing so hard for the remaining? Here's the truth. In most of these cases, it's not even close. Sometimes it's only just 10% of the plots or the property that have been sold. But it's made to feel like if you don't buy and buy then, it's like you're going to miss out on the full project. But here's the trick. but most buyers never notice. In most projects, the best units, let's say it's land, the corner plots are usually sold out. The plots that are near the gate or the ones touching tarmac are always sold out. Even if it's a big chunk, the land that is touching the river is always sold out. If it's a development, the units with the best views are always sold out. You find them marked as sold. But later, these properties magically come back to the market. And I have a personal experience with a developer saying units are sold out, then all of a sudden they release a big chunk of units into the market. And this is a trick that most people fail for. And then here's another one. It's where they put time pressure on you. Let's say an offer is advertised as this offer ends at the end of this month. But the month moves, we get into the next month, but the offer is still there. Because what they understand, when they say the offer ends at the end of the month, you won't do proper verification, you won't question. What you'll just pay, you will just pay so that you don't miss out. But the most dangerous trick is the one that makes you trust the wrong person and you trust them completely. Humans, we are wired to trust experts. And that is why we trust doctors entirely. We listen to what the accountants say. And even if you go to the mechanic, you'll trust what the mechanic tells you. So when a real estate agent looks like an expert and looks successful, you are going to assume that they automatically know what they are doing. Let's take a practical example. Look at the top real estate agents in your market, and you'll see they've listed their words everywhere. They are putting themselves out in flashy clothes and flashy cars. They are making big claims about what they are selling and the deals that they are making. And this makes you start thinking, this person must be legit. But here's the truth. Authority is one of the easiest things to fake. Some of the things that agents are doing, like the awards, these are awards that they've actually paid for. The cars that they are driving, either they've leased, they've rented, or they've borrowed them from friends. And even some of these offices, they've taken them on short-term basis for them to finish off with that project. Even the deals that they're listing on the website that we've done this number of deals, sometimes those ones are not even true. But they know when they do things that way, you're going to trust them and trust them with your hard-earned cash. So, next time you're buying property, make sure you slow down. If you see a crowd of people, ask yourself, is this crowd real? In case you are going through a deal, pause and ask, am I feeling rushed? Why all this pressure to convert? Why am I being told it's being sold tomorrow? Some other people have already viewed. Because your goal shouldn't just be about buying a certain piece of property. Your first goal should be about not losing your money. And currently, if you feel you're being pushed into a deal, here's my request. Before you commit, reach out to me and I'm going to do the background work for you. Because in this market, one wrong decision can cost you the money that you saved for years. So go ahead, reach out to us. Our number is 0726 982 982.